I'm a movie star, so I do movie star things. Alright, so I'm on my way to a film studio, okay, and yeah, about to be in a movie. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to be in a movie. I'm about to be an extra, so that's always pretty cool. Whether I'm in the movie or not, waits to be seen. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to a film studio. I don't know what the film is. They never tell us beforehand, so we'll find out then. And it's all going to be top secret, even once I do know, so I won't be able to say it anyway. But right now, all I know is that it's a studio that I need to go to, that I'm walking to now. Looking forward to it. It's always a fun day. I enjoy it anyway. Some people don't. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. But whatever. It's a cool thing to do. So yes, I'm there. I'm not there. I'm on my way there. I need to find this place, so I need to turn this off so I can look at my bloody map. So I'm a little bit early to the studio, so before I go in, just wanted to take a minute or two to talk about these new YouTube terms and conditions that are doing around that got everybody kind of up in arms a little bit. And I mean, I've read them. I'm not claiming to be any kind of expert on the new term or any kind of terms and conditions really. But I've read the new set of rules, and I've seen a few people's opinions on them as well. And I mean, for now, without reading too much into it, just for myself, it is something that I don't think affects what I do, but it does certainly affect what some people who I watch do. My general opinion for now is that I think it is a good thing that YouTube are trying to do something about cyberbullying and harassment, because nobody should be bullied or harassed, whether online or anywhere, and whatever could be done to help mitigate that, to prevent that, is a good thing. Whether or not, however, this is the way forward, that's what I believe is being contested. And my current understanding of it is that, I mean, what I've read through, it seems, what I've read through the new terms service, that it seems okay, but of course, I'm probably missing some of the nuances there. But I can certainly see, even just from my own basic understanding of it, I can certainly see where there are some places where it can be a little bit ambiguous, and where clarification might be needed in terms of what specifically constitutes a negative video or an abusive video and so on. Wrapped on the film set. Well, yeah, it's kind of a short day today. Well, it was a short day today. It was only there for about a little less than 4 hours, and we didn't actually get used on the set itself, which is a shame. It's always a shame we don't get used, but hey, it is what it is. Looks like I'm not going to be a film star this time round, but whatever, it is what it is. It's still fun to be out here, still fun to come out and do this and meet the guys, chat for a little bit. So that's still pretty cool, but I took a day off of work for this, you know what I mean? So I'm going to just turn up to work, my regular job, and because I've still got time to get there, so I figured, yeah, turn up, do my regular job, and earn from both, because, hey, gotta get that money, man, gotta get that money. I didn't really blog yesterday, I didn't blog yesterday at all, didn't do a vlog at all yesterday. Nothing really happened, you know, went to work, pretty standard day, nothing really happened that made me think, need to vlog this. So yeah, no vlog yesterday. It was just a regular boring day. You know, I went to work and did regular boring stuff. But today is voting day, EU referendum voting day. Now, if you're in the UK, you've probably heard a whole bunch about it already. If you're not in the UK, you might have heard a little bit here and there. But it's a pretty big deal in the UK deciding as to whether or not the UK stays in the EU or leaves the EU. And there's a whole lot of talk about, you know, whether or not we should stay, whether or not we leave. If we leave, we do this. If we stay, we do that. If this happens, that won't happen, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff on that way. A whole bunch of stuff. It's a little bit difficult to make a decision, I'm sure, for if you're undecided about, for those who are undecided about whether or not to stay, it's going to be a little bit difficult to make a decision, because there's so much information about whether or not we should stay, whether we should go, and a lot of misinformation most likely as well. I don't trust politics all that much. I don't trust governments all that much. So yeah, if you decided not to vote at all, totally get it. You know, I get it. There's a lot of people who say things like, if you don't vote, you can't complain. I disagree with that. You know, you can complain if you want to. Complaining is a waste of time, and I'll say that much. But you know, you can if you want to. But I did decide to vote this time round. I registered and voted to stay in the EU. Mainly because it just seemed to be, like, I mean, the benefits of leaving and the benefits of staying compared the benefits of leaving are a bit more, in my opinion. And albeit I'm not claiming to be any kind of political expert or anything, but in my view and my understanding of the world and whatever, the benefits of staying just seem to be a little bit more realised than the benefits of leaving, since no one's ever left the EU before at all, so nobody knows what would happen. No one knows what's going to happen anyway. You can't guarantee the future, of course, but it just seems they're a little bit more realised than the benefits of leaving it. And I feel like, yes, there are times that you need to take risks and do things different and step out on your own and all that sort of stuff, but it just doesn't really seem like that's the time for it, So yeah, I voted to stay for that reason. But if you voted to leave, then I'm sure you have good reasons for that. Or if you didn't vote at all, then yeah, I totally get why you wouldn't. Anyway, that was my decision-making thought process. So the results are in. Britain are officially out of the EU, no longer an EU member state. That's now official. As to what that means, we have to wait and see. Long term, who knows? Anything can happen. Short term, so far, the pound has dropped, which sucks because it means when I go on a holiday next, I cannot live like a king. Like I went on a holiday to Canada years ago, and because the pound was so strong, I was literally able to live like a king. People were telling me, oh, Canada's so expensive, Canada's so expensive. I was able to live like a king. And I'm not even a rich person, it's just because the pound was so strong, I was able to do that. But now, pound's dropped. Next time I go abroad, I'm literally going to be counting the pennies. So that sucks, but that's short term. We'll see if that holds up long term. We'll have to wait and see for that. What else? Short term, yeah, it turns out that NHS may not be getting the money that the ad campaign were promising them. So we're going to give more money to NHS when we leave the EU, because instead of giving the money to the EU, we can give it to the NHS. And now they're like, well, maybe, I'm not sure, So, yeah, it's an interesting time to live in jolly old England right now. But, you just keep on keeping on, right? You just keep doing what you're doing, and whatever happens, you're just going to make the best of your situation. Whether we stayed or whether we left, at the end of the day, you've got to do what you've got to do to get by, right? So that's how it always is. And so, yeah, just that's how I look at it. It's not what I would have liked, but then whatever, you know what I mean? It's politics. Politics is all full of crap anyway, so... whether you stay or go, you've got to face some hardships, and that's just life. So, it is what it is. Just going to deal with it. Just going to see how it goes. If Britain decides to go back, I don't know the specifics of it, but you can. It's possible for Britain to go back to the EU, but I believe it's like it's not like a quick thing. It's not like you could be like, oh yeah, I made a mistake. Whoops, whoopsie daisy. It's not like that. There's a long process, so it can possibly happen one day, but yeah, not anytime soon, at least anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just going to deal with it now, and just keep going. Just keep going. That's all you can do. Up to a house about 7 man. I yelled, tell they can't be your host, pay you later. Looks at my kingdom, I was finally there to set up my phone. That's the Prince of Black.